Is selling on Amazon worth it in 2022? This is one of the most asked questions by people every single year. And in this video today, I'm going to answer that question by giving you important things to consider when deciding to enter this platform and the marketplace in 2022. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now, doing the online arbitrage business model for the last 4 years, and I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller in the UK. And also as well, I've got an additional business in the USA selling as well, doing the online arbitrage model, which is a 5-figure Amazon business. Hopefully what I'm going to do is expand on that in the near future in this video. But if you are interested to know more about, hey, my journey, what I've done and how I've done it, and I do document it on this channel and share all my top tips and tricks, then make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. That is just going to notify you when I share everything that I'm learning. And hey, if you like this as well, give me a big thumbs up at any point during this video. I really appreciate the likes. If you're new to this channel, let me give you a little bit of a backstory of my selling journey. I've been selling now for 4 years on Amazon, doing the online arbitrage business model. In those 4 years, I've experienced low profits, cancelled orders, restock limits, and even like Amazon suspending my payments, which has been an absolute nightmare. Now, I've even changed my business model throughout that time just to survive, the new restocking limits of Amazon, and many other changes that, should we say, have happened on the Amazon platform as part of selling issues. But I am proud to say that I was able to manage all of these problems, all of these challenges with my team of VAs who are, should we say, working remotely in the Philippines. And recently, we just hit the £1 million sales mark in the UK, about 1.4 million US. And that is from the beginning of 2021 up until probably about like August 2021. So only in a few short months. Now, with my experiences and learnings in the UK, I also started my journey in the USA because I believe that building an Amazon business in the USA marketplace will open more opportunities to learn about the Amazon game. And also I can share that with you, other Amazon sellers, through this channel. Now, you might be asking, what's in it for you? Well, simply, if you are one of those people who are thinking about starting to sell on Amazon in 2022, or maybe you are hesitant to, should we say, continue selling on Amazon if maybe you've already started in 2021, then this is going to be a great opportunity for you to learn about, should we say, the reasons and what I'm thinking about through my Amazon FBA experience and also other people's experience in 2021 going forward into 2022. Quick question for you guys. You might have already been started, you might have thinking about getting started, or you might be a long-term seller. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think it's worth starting an Amazon business in 2022 on Amazon? Drop me a yes or a no in the comments down below. I'm interested to see. Right, this leads me nicely onto chapter number 2. Let's kind of create a balanced equation. And this now, I want to give you 5 reasons why it is worth it. And obviously we'll move on to why it isn't later on. Reason number 1, now for this reason, as you all might know, Amazon works with third-party sellers. But did you know that just in the first quarter of 2021, third-party marketplace sellers accounted for 55% of all units sold on Amazon.com. Now, according to Amazon themselves, that is up from 52% in the same quarter of 2020, and you know what? 44% 5 years earlier. What does that say? Actually, third-party sellers are increasing on Amazon Marketplace because obviously it's a great opportunity. Now, imagine that only half of the paid-for units were sold by third-party sellers, and considering the figures mentioned, that how big that third-party seller communities are, and the growing number of units are being sold, and my God, Amazon's even growing as well, then it shows that 56% of units are sold by Amazon sellers in 2021 in Q2, and that just means that 2022 it's going to grow even more. And it's not like Amazon's sales overall are flatlining. They're growing as well, and you can be part of that. And I think that's an amazing opportunity. Number 2, other than, should we say, the booming number of sales sold by third-party sellers, the second reason is that, should we say, the shipping, the delivery, and the selling are all done in one place, Amazon's platform. A lot of the products are sold through the FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon program. Now, consider, should we say, like maintaining a successful online business requires like so many different moving parts. This might be like customer service, it might be like shipping, it might be managing logistics, managing warehousing, inventory, all these stock. Amazon just does this through the FBA program, and it's absolutely amazing. So that fulfillment program is one of the reasons why Amazon has boomed, and also the third-party sellers we talked about in reason number 1 that's really helped. The situation, if you were to do that on your own, you're going to have to handle all that. And that is so much effort, time, and energy to do it, whereas Amazon just does that for you. And that allows you to focus on growing your business. Should we say product creation, sourcing, just getting better products in and selling to Amazon customers. That's really going to help. Now, the one thing which I will say is if you want to learn more about Amazon FBA, what I'll do is I'll drop a link above called What is Amazon FBA? And that's a video I've created. It's going to really help you understand that FBA program and the setup process behind it, so you can see how that all works. The Amazon FBA program itself speeds up time. Time is our most important asset. I have 24 hours in a day, so do you. We don't get any more. Now, considering how, the Amazon FBA program itself, their distribution model, everything that they do, the customer service and all the process they have, you literally just have to buy stock, ship it into Amazon, they'll hold it, they will sell it all and ship it to the customer. Done. That is so much simple. And that just allows them to take care of fulfillment issues from start to finish and even the customer service. And that is all done for a super small fee, which I'll tell you now, I can't even get if I went to the delivery companies direct. So cheap through Amazon. They do it at such scale. The value they add is so amazing. So such a great opportunity there at doing the FBA program. And you know what? Even add to that another layer. If you're like me, I travel the world right now in Mexico City, and I would not be able to do this if I had to be in a warehouse shipping orders. It's because of the FBA program, I can do this remotely in any part of the world. Now, for my third reason why you should sell on Amazon in 2022 is channels like this, and there are so many YouTube channels out there and Facebook groups and websites. They just show you how to do this. They show you how to do the whole model from start to finish for free. And not only that, if you've got questions, you can go into Facebook groups, you can ask on Twitter, you can ask on Instagram, you can go into a lot of live YouTubes. You can ask questions about your business, like, I'm having this problem, how do I deal with it? And people will give you the answer. I don't think there is any other business in the entire world whereby you can learn an entire business for free, and you can even get pretty much consulting from people who are doing 7 figures, like I do a free YouTube live. If maybe you're struggling, you're on a budget, that is something which is absolutely amazing that you can take advantage of, whether it be 2022, 2023, 2024. There's so much content out there to help you grow this business. So I will drop a link up above to a video I created called 5 YouTube channels for UK Amazon FBA sellers that I think you should follow. These are 5 people that I follow myself, which I think are going to really help you understanding the game. So do check that out. Now, for the fourth reason, which I think is super important for selling on Amazon in 2022, and also real positive, is just the ability to grow. Now, I hear stories all the time on Facebook groups, YouTube channels, even people I've met, where they have started with £500 and then they've turned that into 10,000, they've turned it into 100,000. It's incredible. And not only that, when you get, should we say, to the bigger numbers, and you're talking 6 figures, maybe even 7 figures, your ability to transition into other models such as wholesale or even private label is just game changing. The Amazon marketplace is massive. You can start with such a small amount, get started, and then grow to literally an 8-figure Amazon business. That is very possible. And I've heard and seen it actually myself. So that is very realistic. Now, like us and what we've done, that's just talking about one marketplace. What about taking, should we say, the learning from one marketplace and copying and pasting it to another one, UK over to USA? And my God, that's just 2 marketplaces. There's a whole globe that you can do this as well. So absolute great opportunity, and there is so much you can do. And even with myself, I'm now planning also as well to expand into Amazon Germany. So there is a lot of opportunity on this. Now, the one thing I will add even onto the top of this is we even asked our YouTube community, where are you planning to take your Amazon arbitrage business? And out of the 121 people who replied, 40% of them said they're going to continue doing arbitrage. 31% said that they're going to do wholesale. 25% said private label. Only 4% said they're going to stop doing arbitrage. And then 1% said create services. So just look at the overall picture. Everyone's continuing, and a lot of people are growing their businesses and even diversifying into other ones. So there is so much going on, so much opportunity, and a lot of people growing into this. Now, for the 5th and the final reason why I think you should start selling on Amazon in 2022 is maybe you're looking at starting at £500 or $500, growing into it, you're learning for free, we talked about that. You want to take advantage of the FBA model, and also as well, maybe freeing up time to come travel the world. Hey, come meet me in Mexico. The one thing which I really love about this model is Amazon looks at your business and then they say, hey, you know what? You guys are doing really well. We like what you're doing. And how do they recognize that? where they say, do you want a loan? And how big a loan? Well, in our business, recently they offered us £121,000 and then they upped that offer to £130,000. On that amount of cash alone, I'd probably look to make £40,000, £50,000 quite easily over the course of the year. That's an incredible amount of money just by utilising other people's money. And there's nowhere else you can do this. No other business model would the provider of that model actually invest in you as well. So I think that is an incredible opportunity, and that just helps you grow even quicker. So they are the 5 top reasons why I think you should start selling in 2022. We've talked about the 5 reasons why you should sell, but now let's give a balance to the argument. 5 reasons why you should not start selling on Amazon in 2022, or should we say 5 reasons why it's not worth it. Over the years, Amazon has greatly expanded, selling millions of different products and opening numerous fulfillment centers, warehouses across the globe. And it's efficient and as attractive as Amazon seems, there are still problems. The first reason why you shouldn't is that it's too saturated. Considering that there are 1.9 million active Amazon sellers. Now, with the presence of such a high number of competitors, some sellers are going to really struggle to compete in that. And what you're going to see is some sellers will actually undermine each other by, should we say, cutting down prices, which can lead to profit loss. People call this penny underpricing, penny pinchers in the Amazon game. Now, that being the case, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to put in more work to survive. And what you're going to see is you're going to see your margins being eroded because of price wars and people fighting on prices in that competitive marketplaces because of the so many competitors. If you want to learn more about price wars and that kind of like penny pinching, what I'm going to do is drop a video up here called How to Manage in a Price War. That's just going to help you understand what it is, but also how to deal with it if that's something maybe you are in now or you're going to get into. Let's move on to the second reason. Now, the second reason why Amazon is not worth selling is gated categories. Now, let's just say, for example, you found the perfect product to sell on Amazon. It's in demand, the competition is low, the sales potential is like booming, almost limitless. After some additional research, you found out that you might not be able to sell this item because it falls into one of Amazon's restricted categories. Now, if you were to sell under, should we say, gated categories, it would require additional work for you to, should we say, get ungated, provide additional documentation that Amazon wants you to provide. You might be asking what gated means. Well, basically, it's when you are not allowed to sell a specific brand or a specific category at the present moment in time, because that brand or that category has, should we say, gate around it, stopping sellers or stopping you from selling. And why? Amazon wants to maintain a quality service, including avoiding possible bad sellers and counterfeit products. Now, as a new seller, you are in no doubt that you are likely to be gated in many, many categories, which just makes it so much harder to sell on the marketplace. Now, you might be debating, should we say, whether you should say bend or like break the rules, but consider the consequences. Cancellations and listings, limits on your selling privileges, suspension of selling privileges, even removing of your selling privileges. And you know what? If you lose your Amazon selling account, it's not like you can open a new one. Amazon doesn't let it. You're allowed one account, and if anything goes wrong with that account, they will not let you open a new one. There is some caveats to that. You can have more than one account, but I won't go into it here. But generally speaking, it's not like you can just open a new account. It just doesn't. It is not allowed by Amazon, and they will shut it down. Now, the third reason why I think perhaps maybe you might not want to start selling on Amazon is what's known as IP complaints. Now, let's say, for example, another Amazon seller or even like a brand owner sees that you're selling a product. Now, if it's similar to their product and they believe it could be breaching their intellectual property, like it's like a copy, then they can raise an IP complaint against you. Now, you might be asking, what is IP or what an IP complaint is? Well, simply put, it's whereby a brand owner or their legal team may contact Amazon to issue what's known as an IP, intellectual property complaint, for a specific product and claim that you as a seller are lawfully using the seller's, that company's intellectual property. And Amazon takes this seriously. There is no specific threshold that tells you the account is about to be suspended if you get one more complaint or etc. Amazon has its own measures and it doesn't really share that with you. So you're really kind of in the dark, which makes it a lot harder. Now, what we've observed is that the older the account and generally the more sales that you do, the higher the number of IP complaints you can get. And without suspension, if you're new and you haven't really got many sales, then 1-2 IP complaints, bang, that could be your account done. And we have seen this time and time again. So something that's very, very careful. Now, look, I can go on and on about IP complaints and what they all are and things, but if you are interested to learn more, what I'll do is I'll drop a link above called What is an IP Complaint? You can watch that and see what it is and learn some top tips, maybe if you're struggling with that or worried. So check that video out. So the fourth reason, which I'll say for why you wouldn't want to sell on Amazon, is orders cancelled from your suppliers is just so annoying. You spend all the time, find a supplier, find a product on their webpage, go to Amazon, find the same product, do all the calculations, check it out, do the analysis, go, yeah, work out how many you want to buy, go back to the supplier, put in how many you want in the basket, type in your delivery details, maybe use some cash back as well, click checkout, fantastic, think you're done, and then 10 minutes later you get an email, order cancelled. It's an absolute pain. And you're like, I've just wasted an hour of my life for this. And it's a common occurrence and it's a real shame because what we're trying to do, you'd think the suppliers would want our money because we're buying from them, regardless of what we're doing thereafter. But unfortunately, we do see this. We do see it whereby a lot of suppliers do cancel orders. They don't want us to sell. For example, in the UK, I can pretty much guarantee that any order I put through Boots is going to get cancelled. Maybe I can get an order through, but in order to get an order through, I have to only order 1 or 2 units. And as a reseller, that's like nothing. We want to be ordering 100 units. So it just makes the ordering of the stock we're trying to buy so much harder. And as a result, we just want an easier life to do this. So cancelled orders with suppliers is a real pain. It does become really frustrating and just makes you question the business model, like, how do I do it? Okay, so the fifth and the final reason why you might not want to sell on Amazon in 2022, and hey, I'm guilty of it as well, is you are probably watching these YouTube videos, you are probably maybe reading about it, learning about it, seeing the big numbers that we share and thinking like, this is easy. It's not. This is a business. It's hard work. There's a lot of risk. You can lose money in this, and it's very common. A lot of people do lose money. If I share one of the real statistics about an Amazon business, and this is a previous video we've done whereby how long before you pay yourself, we asked our FastTrackFBA Facebook group, we said, how long is it until you take your first paycheck? And by the way, this is the first time you pay yourself in your business. The majority of Amazon sellers said between 12 and 18 months. It means you're going to have to start the business today. You're going to have to wait 12 to 18 months, which is a very long period of time, working super, super hard before you even get paid. And you know what? I think statistically 80% of all businesses fail after 2 years. So the likelihood that you're probably going to fail and the likelihood the fact that you're not going to get paid for a year just shows you how hard this is. So this is a real business. You do have to work really hard at it. But if you can stick in there and do it, it does work. But I will say this right now, you look at these YouTube videos, learn from them, but do not go into this process, into this business model thinking it's easy, because it is not, and you will be really disheartened. So treat it like a real business, give it the respect it deserves. Otherwise, you are probably not going to get any money out of it. You're probably going to lose money, and you're probably going to waste 12 to 18 months of your life. Just be aware, it's not easy. That's what I'm saying. Okay, guys, so I'm talking about the reasons, 5 reasons why you should and 5 reasons why you shouldn't start selling on Amazon in 2022. Hopefully you see that we give a lot of balanced opinions on here and we give you a lot of balanced views. That's really going to help you make an informed decision. What I'd really recommend is have a look at our Fast Track FBA Express course. Now, this is a free course we put together. It's going to help you out over 7 days to understand the whole process from start to finish and what actionable steps you need to take to get started in this business model. It's completely free, and I'll drop a link down below. Check it out, the Fast Track FBA Express course. Okay, so this leads me nicely onto the fourth and final chapter. What are other people saying, and also my personal thoughts behind it? We posted a poll in our YouTube community and we asked, is Amazon FBA worth it? Now, out of 128 people, 84% said yes, and the remaining 16% said no. So it's not even like quite balanced. It's very much one way. So I think it's not me saying, that's the community, and admittedly they're Amazon sellers, but they're in the game themselves. They understand the marketplace and they can see what the future looks like, and 84% saying yes. Now, that being said, with the majority of people here, that is it still worth selling on Amazon? What are my thoughts? What do I think behind it? Well, look, we're looking at Amazon's growth over time. Amazon is still growing, and we talk talked about it in one of the reasons here. Third-party sellers, the percentage of that overall growth is increasing. So that means Amazon's growing, but also third-party sellers are selling more on the platform. So it's a great opportunity here. The advantage of having FBA, doing all the fulfillment for you, allows you to focus on other parts of the business. It makes it easier. And hey, you can even travel the world, which is something that I do now and I always dreamed about many years ago. I think that is absolutely amazing. And I've been very lucky to see my Amazon business grow through a lot of hard work. But that kind of leads me nicely on to, do I think it's worth it? If you approach this business model as a business, you are going to have to work for a year without taking a single penny out. If you're willing to sacrifice that, if you're willing to do that hard work every minute, every hour after work, if you've got a job, weekends, evenings, you're going to miss your friends, you're not going to see them as much. If you're willing to do that, this business will work. And I think you'll be very successful. But if you want to approach this as something whereby I'm just going to see how it goes, I'm not really going to try too much, I'd probably say no. I don't think it is worth it, because at the end of the day, businesses are hard. Most businesses fail, and they take one hell of a lot of hard work to actually get them going and off the ground. So if you've got dedication, if you're going to make it work, yeah, I think it's an amazing model. And that's why we're growing USA and Germany growing forward. But if maybe you're not really that committed and you can't be, you don't have much time, I'd probably say no, I don't think it is worth. So hopefully that's kind of helped you understand in 2022 whether this is going to be the business model for you. Now, what I will say is that after, should we say, understanding if it is worth selling on Amazon or not, you might be wanting to consider learning about, should we say, selling on Amazon and like how to do it, and especially around the arbitrage model, which is what I do in the UK and US, and we'll do it in Germany. So I'll drop a link around here to a video that I created called Arbitrage for Beginners, and just check that out. It's going to really help you out and get restarted in that process. Again, all great content we've got on the YouTube channel. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. That's going to help you out just seeing all the great content that I'm releasing and everything that I'm learning with your Amazon business. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.